Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Al Jefferson played for several teams in his NBA career, but no matter what uniform he has on, he is a load, a real handful, Kenny.
Well, he could shoot the mid-range, Ernie, and that's probably his biggest asset. And, then he could take you down on the block. That's probably one of his bread and butter moves. I like his jump hook, though, because when he goes to that, it creates space in the lane and allows guys to offensive rebound as well.
My nickname for him is Baby Fundamentals, has tremendous feet-work in the post. And Ernie, believe it or not, he has a deceptive quickness to get a shot up before the defense sets up.
Great footwork, too.
Yeah. Do you have a nickname for everybody?
Right.
What's Ernie's nickname?
What's my nickname?
The Godfather of television.
I like that.
That does it for us.
Been around a long time, Ernie.
Thank you for tuning in.
You're a friend of mine, Ernie.
See you later.
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this Thursday. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Kidd, Gilchrist, and Williams are at the forward spots. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the center position. Now here's Williams. Jefferson's shot is off. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post. But last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of it.
They get it back. And that one's good. Noel.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Walker. There's the pass to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Kidd Gilchrist. 8 feet away. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Roten with it, guarded by Walker. There's a screen by Noel. Shot off the pick. No good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
Batum attacking. That's good from Jefferson on the assist from Batum. Jefferson's got his first 2 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Roten. Shot clock at 5. Okafor, and that one's good.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Here's Walker. From downtown. A second chance effort. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possessions.
And the first one drops. Talking about Jefferson, it's not just his efficiency with the scoring. He's efficient, Clark, with his time on the floor. He's always producing a block shot here, a steal there, of course. All the rebounds. He covers every base.
Yeah, the data analytics folks rely on percentages to measure efficiency. But just as important as overall production per minutes played, Big Al excels there.
And both free throws good for Jefferson.
You know, I thought Charlotte went to their bench as much as most other teams last season. Those guys ate up time for the starters, but weren't nearly efficient scoring the ball as you might want them to be.
Now here's Noel. 4-3, Covington. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
For the Hornets last season, their bench was weak at times. They just couldn't really score that well.
And the Hornets bench was the only bench to shoot under 40% from the floor for the season.
Now here's Roten. Here's Covington. There's the dish to Roten. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He tries for 3. Walker with some nice D. Hornets leading by 5. Screen by Jefferson. Tipped away. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I caught up with head coach Brett Brown. I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin, we'll see if they can force him into a tough night.
Thanks, Doris.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Outside, Walker, the tray. And it's Noel with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 3. Roten with it. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
The 76ers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Pass to Okafor. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Roten. There's a screen by Noel. Okafor kicks to Covington. Five to shoot. Second shot opportunity. No luck. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Batum for 3. Can't hit. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Now Roten. Pass to Noel. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Charlotte has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And it's Walker penetrating. Count the bucket. Walker's got 5.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Stolen by Walker. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. And he finishes the break with the lay-in. He has 7.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Roten, the pass to Embiid. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
And Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel, who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric, who played overseas, and now Embiid.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Carl Landry's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Stauskas comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in for Roten. And Embiid drops them both.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his one season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injuries. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
And Kidd-Gilchrist gets it to go in.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Now, here's Thompson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Jackson kicks to Stauskas. 5 to shoot. Here's Landry, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And talking about Joel Embiid, there are some who feel the Sixers targeted guys in the draft last year who couldn't help them win games. One wonders at what point does it become anti-competitive.
Now here's Lynn. Zeller setting the pick for Lynn. The shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Feeds to Stauskas. Lots of room. They get it again. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Kicks to Batum. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. And he gets it to go. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 6. The 76ers trail by 3. Jackson kicks to Thompson. Dishes it to Stauskas. Landry with the screen. Thompson outside. He's looking for Landry and finds him. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Zeller grabs the board.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Lynn kicks to Batum. Zeller up top. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Lynn. Can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And Thompson kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Landry. Zeller grabs the board.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Lynn against Jackson. Lynn kicks to Kid Gilchrist. There's the pick. Fires from deep. The shot is off. The 76ers trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Batum attacking. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season. After all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around, they settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Thompson. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Charlotte. Zeller against Landry. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. And stolen by Zeller. On the wing, Batum. Guarded by Jackson. Lynn's shot is off.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
Philadelphia with the ball after Jeremy Lin's miss. Embiid, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Lynn. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He kicks it to Lamb. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And the Hornets lead by 7.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
Now here's Lamb. Defense right on him. He feeds it to Lynn. 26 seconds left to play here in the first. And Lamb kicks to Lynn. Clock at 4. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Kaminsky. Rebound by Stauskas.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
On the wing, Jackson. His first attempt of the game finds the target.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets ahead. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level, and that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the 76ers. Cannon out there with Tony Wroten. Then there's Okafor, and there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Covington in at the 3. And here are the Hornets now. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Over in the corner, Lamb. No good with the triple.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Now here's Noel. The feed now to Okafor. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while, an international player. Now Wroten following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Here's Noel. No good. That would have tied it.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pick by Zeller. Now here's Walker. He's covered by Wroten. Walker dishes to Jefferson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
And for Cody Zeller, Greg, there's a reason he was the 4th overall pick back in 2013. He showed the size and athleticism to be a difference maker in college. And Clark, now he has to do it at the pro level as well. And I think people are pretty confident he can.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with those folks myself because he does have the tools. It's now a matter of transitioning and becoming a little better shooting the ball than he's shown.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
And so here's Charlotte after the Sixers pick up 2. Walker goes in. They get it back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way, no doubt. They've been winning on the backboard. And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries. Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Wroten the pass to Okafor. Noel sets a screen for Okafor. He dishes it to Wroten. And the pass to Noel. It dropped for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Now here's Roten after Jeremy Lin's miss. Again, Philadelphia.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
The Hornets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Now here's Walker. He's got 9. Outside Williams pulls it up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington kicks to Noel. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now here's Roten. He's guarded closely. Goes up on the wing. And the shot is long. The Hornets trail. Lin with it. And Roten picks him up defensively. Shot's good by Walker.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Roten. He has 6. The dish to Okafor. Okafor with the screen on Kid Gilchrist. Covington kicks to Noel. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
And Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hawes is checked in. Both free throws good from Noel.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Again, the miss by Williams. The 76ers lead. Covington dishes to Roten. And it's Okafor off the drive. Pass to Thompson. Okafor kicks to Covington. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Spencer Hawes.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Walker in the post. He's covered by Roten. Outside Kid Gilchrist. The outside leaner. Charlotte gets it back, but they get it back. Hawes, no luck.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And here is Roten. He has 6. Here's Covington. Back to Noel. Thompson from long range. And that one's good. And the 76ers lead by 5.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer. And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
Go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Okafor. Landry comes in for Noel. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in for Tony Wroten. Kaminsky is checked in for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Jeremy Lin. And Clifford in his third year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Here's Jackson after the basket by Charlotte. To the inside, the 10-footer. Embiid, no good.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Here's Hawes. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Jackson with it. Pass to Landry. To the wing right side. Feeds it to Jackson. Embiid the screen. Stolen by Walker. Kicks it to Hawes. Dishes it to Batum. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Soft touch off the glass. Kid Gilchrist has got 10 points in the game.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Jackson. Walker with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Stolen by Thompson. The drive by Jackson. Inside. Embiid kicks to Jackson. Out to Thompson. 4 on the clock. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Shot's good by Walker.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
Here's Jackson. Kemba Walker making his last shot. The drive by Jackson. Here's Landry. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Charlotte has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Walker against Jackson to the inside from 13, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. Walker was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and you know they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggle.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Embiid, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Landry, screen on Walker. Here's Embiid. Passes it to Cannon. 5 on the clock. From 13. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Here's Walker. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Cannon, the pass to Landry. Embiid sets the pick for Landry. He kicks to Cannon. Landry, a screen on Walker. Cannon from long range. Batum grabs the miss.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Cannon kicks to Jackson. Landry, a screen on Batum. Batum against Jackson. Trying to get back on track. Now here's Walker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the Hornets making a change here. And the second free throw, good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Hornets on top as they end the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. We saw Kemba Walker lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 steals, and 3 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
I love the way they took care of the basketball. They displayed good patience, strong decision-making, sharp passing, all of it. This is why coaches say, make the right play, not the spectacular play. Well, unless the spectacular play is the right play, that's fine. But don't give away possessions. That's the moral of the story.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you gotta ride them, cowboy.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
On the court for the Hornets, Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Batum, and it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 slot. And stolen by Noel. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Walker. Right wing. Here's Covington. Just 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Okafor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Okafor's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Philadelphia. Charlotte in the lead. And Walker kicks to Batum. Williams dishes to Walker. Screen by Jefferson. Inside. Fades and shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jefferson's got 6 points. The 76ers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, you talked about those 3 years, almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
Now here's Walker. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. And Batum kicks to Jefferson. And there's the 3-second violation.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
The 76ers trail by 3.
You know, it's kind of one of those weird anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons, he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
Hornets leading by 3. The feed to Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Kid Gilchrist. Back to Jefferson. And Okafor with the block. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And for Walker, guys, and his stats, even for players considered consistent, there is more variation than what Walker has put up. And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance, but they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And for the Hornets, they seemed to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that. Were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And, you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injuries.
Now, here's Roten following the miss by Al Jefferson. Roten kicks to Noel. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Okafor. 6 to shoot. Picked by Okafor. for the lead. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his second bucket. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And there's the pass to Batum. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Boy, Jefferson got really physical on that screen to help set the shot up.
The 76ers trail. Roten kicks to Covington. From deep, Okafor trying to get open. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Batum, good.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Noel, a screen on Walker. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Al Jefferson. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
All right, now. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Charlotte. Jeremy Lin comes in for Walker. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
Here's Roten following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Good. 10 points for Nerlens Noel.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Covington passes to Roten.
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Kaminsky is checked in for the Hornets. That one is no good.
Kevin, they're still 0 from the line this half. They've yet to make one, and that's no way to be able to get back into the game.
Batum attacking. Hawes dishes to Kid Gilchrist, and a wide open look for Lin. Kept alive.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Roten. He's got 6. It's Noel atop the key. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots a 3. Roten, no good. Hornets leading by 4. And Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Kid Gilchrist has got 14 points for the game. Philadelphia's gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Here's Covington. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Knocked away. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Plays it in off the breakaway. And now it's an 8-point Hornets lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And when you think of Kid Gilchrist, one thing that comes to mind is intangibles. He has a desire and intensity and a will to win that elevates him to elite status.
Yeah, you know, he never will be a great shooter, and he's still working on his jump shot. But the intangibles, you talked about it, you add heart and tenacity to that. Every team wants a guy like that.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid comes in for Okafor, and Nick Stauskas is subbed in for Hollis Thompson. The 76ers trail by 8.
And talking about Kid Gilchrist, yes, he's worked to fix his shooting form last season, but the real improvement was made on the boards. He averaged 7.5 rebounds a game in only 29 minutes of play. That is outstanding.
And it's the Hornets ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. There's a good screen. Lin with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Lin kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Kaminsky sets the pick for Kid Gilchrist. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And for Kid Gilchrist, he was accustomed to so much winning in high school, college, international competition. He's had a rough first 3 years in the NBA, making the playoffs only once in that time. But he's a real warrior, so that has to be killing him inside.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
And Kid Gilchrist had that very funky jumper coming into the league. And prior to last year, really worked tirelessly. Not an easy thing to do to try to change the entire form and structure of your jump shot.
Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Jackson comes in for Robert Covington. Clark for Kid Gilchrist, and his shot. It seemed to be a step in the right direction for his entire offensive game.
Well, Kevin, it was the first year of reworking that jump shot, and the mid-range percentage has gone up as a result. That's positive progress.
Landry, no good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now here's Kaminsky. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Shot clock at 5. A nice shot by Zeller.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Out to the right wing. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid the screen. The drive by Jackson. Can they get it? Embiid, no good. Hornets leading by 11. Batum passes to Zeller. Outside, Lin. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lin. There's the dish to Kaminsky. Off the left rim and out. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Jackson kicks to Roten. Back to Jackson. Pass to Embiid. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Embiid's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. Outside, Lynn. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations. And 33-49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
Cannon, he's checked in for Tony Rote. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Lamb's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
Here's Cannon. Pass to Landry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And both free throws good for Landry.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Here's Jackson. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
I'm not really sure. I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
Here's Stauskas. Shot clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The fadeaway. Jackson misses.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Feeds it to Kaminsky. Shot from 12. That's good. Kaminsky's got 4 points this quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now, here is Landry. Kicks it to Jackson. 11 feet away. It's deflected. Right side, Batum. Dishes it to Lynn. From deep. No good from Lamb.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
1:12 left in the third quarter. Embiid the screen. Cannon kicks to Jackson. Out to the wing. Stauskas inside the line. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. Al Jefferson's checked in for the Hornets. Kemba Walker comes in for Jeremy Lin.
Kemba Walker.
1:02 left in the third quarter. Now Walker, he's got 15. Left side, Batum. Screen by Jefferson. Clock at 6. Batum dishes to Jefferson. And Embiid with the block. Here's Stauskas. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Hornets leading by 11. Lamb passes to Walker. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Jackson kicks to Landry. Stolen by Walker. Can't get it to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hornets lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The 76ers trail by 11. Noel is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Hollis Thompson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Roten in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Back to Okafor. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Good on the shot, and that shades the lead to single digits. 12 points for Nerlens Noel.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And here's Walker. Outside, Batum. Back to Walker. Three-pointer. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Roten, defended by Batum.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Batum, good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Thompson against Batum. The drive by Thompson. Roten dishes to Okafor. Thompson for 3. Can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 12. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Left side Walker. Over in the corner Batum. No one near him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 16 points for Batum. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Okafor kicks to Thompson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And it's Walker penetrating. Count that one. And the Hornets lead by 14.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And that one's good. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Hornets timeout call. Okay, Philadelphia, let's get
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now here's Jefferson. Passes it to Kid Gilchrist. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, the city of Philadelphia has had some tough fans. There's no doubt. You know, we've seen them boo Santa Claus. You can imagine, Greg, how they felt about this Sixers team a year ago.
You know, the Sixers were going to be in trouble from the very start of the year.
Now,
a lot of fans didn't even bother to show up to boo. I mean, Philly had the worst attendance in the league last season.
But they've got hope, Greg.
A lot of young talent. Maybe this is the year it starts to materialize.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, when you look at the 76ers, it's no surprise that they have empty seats. I mean, they ended up 12-29 at home, which wasn't the worst mark in the NBA, but it was tied for second worst.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And Philadelphia just, at times, hard to watch, even at home. I mean, they had the worst home field goal percentage in the entire league. Hard to get the crowd into it if you are clanking it on the rim every trip down.
Now here's Okafor. Shot clock at 6. And it's Thompson again missing. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Batum. Rebound by the 76ers. Noel's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Roten, the pass to Noel. Philadelphia moving the ball around. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch. Good game for Okafor. 8 rebounds and the 1 steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Now here's Walker. They get it again. The shot is off. Mark, they're looking now at a sizable deficit.
Yeah, you know, they've got a lot of work ahead of them, but no reason to give up hope right now.
Yeah, definitely not, guys. Not with all the time that's still left in this game. And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. He feeds it to Jefferson. Okafor against Williams. Count it from 12. And the Hornets lead by 13. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Noel kicks to Roten. Picked by Okafor. Fades back. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And Walker kicks to Jefferson. And stolen by Noel. It's Thompson off the drive. From 10 feet out. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
They set the pick. And Walker kicks to Jefferson. And Okafor with the block. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Hornets ball.
Just 5 on the clock. Walker dishes to Jefferson. Over Okafor. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 8 points for Al Jefferson. The 76ers trail by 13. Roten kicks to Thompson. Now the feed to Noel. To the wing on the left. Here's Okafor. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's on Al Jefferson.
You look at the second half, and you can point to missed opportunities, especially at the foul line, as one of the main reasons for this loss, if they go on to do that here.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Jahlil Okafor. At the line for two.
He's off on the first.
Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Hornets leading by 13. And Walker kicks to Williams. Screen by Jefferson. Here's Walker. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Walker's got 19 points.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Covington. Noel was screen on Kid Gilchrist. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Hornets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Walker the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Screen by Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Jefferson. Can't get it to go.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Roten kicks to Noel. Roten with it. Shot clock at 5. And Jefferson sends it back. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. They get it again.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
For 3, Covington. That's good. Hornets leading by 12. Outside, Walker. Outside, Batum. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 19 points for Batum.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
To the inside, here's Okafor. Shot is off. Jefferson with some nice D.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch 4.
Well, the thing about Marvin Williams, you know, we know he doesn't create for others. He doesn't generate a lot of blocks or steals. But, you know, the one thing he does, he can hit the boards, he rebounds well, and he's got a pretty good shot from outside.
Yeah, and last season he didn't have any big numbers, but the ones that were at least respectable were in the areas you just mentioned, rebounding and three-point shooting, Kevin.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The 76ers trail by 17. Now here's Roten. He dishes it to Noel. The rebound by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 11 rebounds in the game. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. No points to be had here. Misses for the 5th time in 13 tries. Covington passes to Roten. Reverses. He lays it in.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Charlotte leading by 15. Batum dishes to Walker. Screen by Jefferson. Zeller against Embiid. Clock at 6. Screen by Jefferson. And here's Walker outside. The shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. For 3, Covington. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Outside, Walker. The pass to Jefferson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Check out the game for Jefferson. He's got 13 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's been an intimidator down low. Even if a shot gets over him, he's pulling down the board.
And Clark, he's just in a total zone right now. We talk about zones for shooting. This guy is in a zone in terms of controlling the paint.
Free throw good, Jefferson. And both free throws good for Jefferson.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. He told Kid Gilchrist that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. On the wing, Batum. Jefferson kicks to Walker. A baseline J. Rebounded by Covington.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now the dish to Thompson. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Noel's got 11 rebounds in the game.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Embiid. Here's Roten. Inside, Noel. No good. Jefferson with some nice D. Hornets leading by 17.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hornets.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too,
sure is. It sure is.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Kemba Walker. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now here's Jefferson. Tony Wroten missing his last shot. Jefferson passing to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Jefferson. Can't get it to fall. Now Wroten. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
Well, his passing, his instincts on offense, those were the keys to the game. He was spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved. Most importantly, he was creating high-quality shots and racking up the assists. Overall, great game.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.